My name is Amanda. I'm 34 years old, a former pharmacist, now a full-time mom. I live with my husband, Craig, our 10-year-old son, Mason, and our 8-year-old daughter, Aria. For the last 9 years, we've been living in Craig's childhood home. It was supposed to be temporary, just until his mother, Susan, recovered from her surgery. But Susan never got better, and Craig never pushed for us to leave. Temporary became permanent. Susan was eventually diagnosed with early-stage dementia. But even before that, she carried herself with entitlement. Every morning began the same. Not with an alarm, but with her voice. "Amanda, I'm awake. Help me to the bathroom." I'd lift her fragile frame, help her dress, guide her to the living room. She complained the entire time. "My tea is cold. You didn't brush my hair right. Your elbows are too bony." At first I took it personally. Then I started recording everything. Not for her, for me. One day when Craig would say, "You never told me how bad it was," I would have proof. But Craig's response was always the same. "She's my mom. Just go along with it. Don't make things harder." Harder? For who exactly? I cooked, I cleaned. I cared for the kids. And I cared for Susan. Then one morning, Craig casually said, "Oh, by the way, Vanessa's coming to stay with us." His sister. Pregnant. I froze. "Here, as in this house?" He nodded like it was the weather report. "Yeah, she said being around family would be good for her. She'll take Mason's room," I stared. "You're not serious. She needs support, Amanda. Don't make this about you." Vanessa arrived the next day. No husband, no baby bump, just boxes and complaints. "Ugh, the carpet smells. Is this where I'm staying?" There's kid stuff everywhere. She didn't greet her niece or nephew. She walked straight to the fridge. "You don't have oat milk?" "Seriously?" Susan beamed. "There's my baby. Don't let Amanda stress you."
"She doesn't understand family." That night, Mason whispered, "Aunt Vanessa said I have to sleep on the floor if I snore." Arya tugged my shirt.
"She said she needs our desks for the baby's crib." When I confronted Craig, he brushed me off. "She's only here until the baby's born. Be flexible." But days passed, and Vanessa's demands grew. Special meals, space in the house, passive-aggressive remarks about me. Craig even brought home cake one night, for Susan and Vanessa only. When Arya asked why not them, Craig said, "Because you upset your aunt. Learn to be kinder." My mouth opened, but no words came. Vanessa smirked. "Try being less hostile, Amanda. The energy in this house is really affecting the baby." But there was no baby. No vitamins, no bump. No doctor visits. Just a lie. I went to Vanessa's old apartment and met Jason, her so-called fiancé. Only he wasn't. He laughed bitterly when I mentioned the pregnancy. "Pregnant? That's a new one." "She's not pregnant. And I'm not her fiancé. She told me this house would be ours once you were gone." Everything clicked. When I told Craig, he didn't believe me. "She's family," he insisted. "And I'm not?" I asked. His silence was my answer. That night, I began packing. Days later, I filed for divorce. I left Craig with Susan's medical schedule, her medications, her insurance details. Everything neatly arranged. I wasn't leaving chaos behind. I was leaving clean. When Craig begged me to stay, I told him, "I'm not asking. I'm leaving." "The kids are coming with me," he sputtered. Susan muttered from her chair. Vanessa sneered. But I walked out anyway. We moved into my brother's apartment above his shop. Small but ours. That first night, we ate pizza on the floor. No yelling. No criticism. Just peace. 3 days later, Craig called hysterical. "Mom messed herself. It's everywhere. Vanessa refuses to clean. I'm losing my mind. Please, Amanda, come back." I deleted the voicemail. He called again and again. Eventually, I answered. "Why aren't you helping?" He snapped. "Because we're divorced," I said calmly. "I gave you everything you needed. Susan is your responsibility, not mine." "You're heartless," he spat. "You're nothing but a parasite." I hung up, then blocked his number. Weeks passed. I got a part-time job at a pharmacy. Mason joined a soccer team. Arya started violin lessons. Their laughter returned. So did mine. Craig eventually admitted Susan to long-term care. Vanessa vanished. And me? I built something better. Not bigger. Not louder. Just ours. Sometimes late at night, I look around our quiet home. No ticking clocks. No raised voices. No insults. Just silence, and I smile. Because silence like this, it's not loneliness, it's peace.